Alright, so recently I've been getting a lot of questions on like what my build is. So today I'm just going to be giving like a general PvP guide of what I use and just like some tips for if you're wanting to get into PvP. Alright, so first of all, this is my low level character. So everything isn't like super perfect on this character. Um, I basically go around like pretending to be a low level and then actually having like a decent build. So that's kind of like the fun in that. So if you're gonna be wanting to do like a low level character, there's kind of three builds you can do. There's either like rifleman, which is things like the fixer, handmade, and like Tesla rifle. That's the one I think is the most fun, so that's the one I do. And then there's melee, which is pretty solid, and then there's like heavy gunner. So maybe I'll do those in the future, but yeah, this is gonna be my rifleman. Alright, so first of all, for the guns, this is just what I carry around in my inventory. Again, these aren't like super like crazy weapons. Um, they do the job though. Like they aren't like perfect god rolls. I just don't really care enough to, farm those. I feel like that's kind of boring. But yeah, so I have a Tesla rifle. This is really good for people who use stealth boys, things like that, where you can't use VATs. So for this, you either want quad or two shot or like assassins, anti armor. Those are like the main good PvP, I guess, like main first stars. And then for like the second star, you kind of want for Tesla rifles 25% fire rate. This one doesn't have it. Again, like I don't really care to get like god rolls. It doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, so Tesla rifle's really good. Fixer is crazy. It just does so much damage in VATs. This is like my go-to. Like if somebody's good at the game, I use this because it's good for like VAT crits and things like that. You can see just all of the extra things it has on there. But yeah, for Fixer, you kind of just want things like VATs and 25 fire rate again. That's always a pretty good option. But this one's anti-armor. Does pretty good. Then these are like my noob weapons. So if I'm going up to somebody and just like hitting them, I just use this so they think I don't have good weapons. So I just carry these to, you know, these don't really matter that much. And then Elder's Mark, it's pretty good. Here's the rolls on it. But yeah, it's honestly not that bad. It kind of shreds. As you can see, it doesn't even have any mods or anything. Like I didn't mod it or anything, but it's still really good. Because the thing is, in PvP, there's a damage cap, and that's 110. So as long as you're hitting for 110, then it doesn't really matter, like the extra damage. So for example, this even hits for 110. So if you're shooting somebody, it doesn't matter if that damage number, you see the damage number, it's 248. It doesn't matter if that's 1,000 or like 150. You're gonna be hitting for 110 at the max. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And then this is the God Roll minigun. So this is used for destroying people's power armor. If they're just laying dead on the floor, you can destroy their armor. But I also use it for destroying bases. So for this, a lot of people know about it, but if you don't have any ammo and you have the shredder, then you can just do this, and it just destroys. Like it also does just crazy amounts of damage to players. But it's 50% armor penetration and 50% bash damage. So the bash damage actually does apply to this. So you're doing plus 50% damage. When you usually the bash damage perk is bad, but on here it's good. And then the armor penetration is for destroying the armor. And then the other things I carry are pulse grenades. So with these, let's say you throw it. If you shoot it at the ground, it does double damage. So as you can see, it does 612 damage. So if you shoot it, it does 1,200 damage. So that'll basically one-shot anybody who doesn't know what they're doing. Like anybody who doesn't have like crazy PvP armor, you're gonna be one-shotting them. So they're pretty crazy. The other thing I like to carry is nuke mines because they just shred people's bases. Again, if you just throw them on the ground, either shoot them or just stack them, you will just destroy anybody's camp. Next up is the armor. So I just use all assassins. Again, like assassin sentinels would be really good, but I just don't really want to put in the effort to get that. But if you want like the perfect build, then get assassin sentinels. But as you can see, so if you go to 1, it says minus 15% damage from humans. So if I have a full set, then that's minus 75% damage from humans, which basically gives you 4 times as much, I guess, HP. Like, if somebody's shooting at you, you can take 4 times as much damage if you have a full set. So that's pretty essential. And you're probably wondering why I have, like, wood. It's basically just, like, to look like a noob. I just have mismatched armor, so it kind of looks like I'm new to the game. Then for food and drink, so ballistic bach, it gives you plus 15% damage. Canned coffee is really good for VATS, and then also the minigun, because as you can see, if you do this, it takes AP away. So if you just want to destroy somebody's base or just spam VATS, then take some canned coffee and you'll have infinite AP. And then high voltage Hife, I think it is, I don't know, but it gives 15% damage to energy weapons, so that would be for the Tesla rifle. And then Nuka-Cola Quantums, these basically make you immortal. Like, everybody uses these in PvP. As you can see, it gives 600 HP just for one of them. So if you take like 3 or 4, you basically cannot die. The thing that makes this so good is Cola Nut. So it basically makes Nuka-Cola drinks 3 times as good. So Nuka-Cola Quantums would usually give 200 HP, but with that, it gives 600, and then also gives really good AP as well. And then Pemmican is pretty decent. It gives plus 6 endurance. So as you can see, I have 473 health. And then, yeah, basically gave me 100 extra health just for taking one of these. So those are always really good to have. And then for aid, so berry mentats, these are how you see people in Stealth Boys. It'll basically have like a little glow around them. Let's see if I can show this off real quick. So yeah, these are NPCs, but it'll work the same. So as you can see, it has like a pink little glow around them. So if somebody uses a stealth boy, you can basically track them wherever they are. And then the other main thing I would say to have is stealth boys. Basically makes you so you can't get vatsed, which is really important. And that's pretty much all for my inventory. Everything that's kind of I use. Next I'll go over the mutations I have. So carnivore, in my opinion, I like carnivore a lot more because it seems like for the vegetable perks, or there's like another one, it's called herbivore, but those you actually have to go out and like kind of farm for, and that's kind of boring. So I just like carnivore more. Little camp things you can have, like I have this right here, and it produces meat, as you can see. So with that, let me find it. So with these, it's basically just passive buffs, and they're pretty decent, as you can see. So like plus 40 max AP, you get those for free, and then carnivore doubles it. So I just like that one better. Eagle eyes, good for perception and crit damage, good for VATS. And then grounded just gives more resistance. Healing factor is pretty good because it just like regens your HP, saves you stim packs. Marsupial, this is probably the most used one just because it gives like jump height, makes it a lot easier. So that's my jump compared to like if you were to regularly jump, it's a big difference. And then scaly skin is just more resistance. And then speed demon, it's plus move speed and reload time. The main thing is the move speed. It makes it just a lot better. It's kind of like just quality of life, some of these mutations, but they're kind of just like base things everybody has. And then it gives more hunger and thirst, which doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm gonna see if this guy wants to fight so I can show this off. And then I'll go over the build. But so yeah, as you can see, it's pretty nutty. I just killed this guy. He's mad. He's a level, what was that? It says 800. Yeah, level 850. So, and this guy has like a tryhard build too. His name is I'll Slap You. Like, he's obviously just tryhard. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do. By the way, I'm level 60, going against a 850. So yeah, wiped. Pretty easy. Alright, I guess now we'll go over the actual perks. So I made this character a while ago, so a lot of the perks got like condensed, but it actually made the build better. So for example, Life Giver, it used to be 3 points, I'm pretty sure, and it used to just give a flat 45 HP up, but as you can see they changed it. But the thing is, they actually made it better. So instead of getting the 45 HP, you can see right there, it gives 152 now. So they did condense the perks, but in my opinion, a lot of them got better. So the build still works pretty good. The only thing I can say I would change is these. They just recently changed these, I'm pretty sure. But it is all like the rifleman perks. So for these, I'm pretty sure they used to just give more like ballistic damage, which is like the perk like rifleman. So it used to just give more damage, but they changed it to like whatever these are. And I don't know if they're that good. Like for example, this one doesn't seem very good, but the other two seem pretty decent. Again, I'm trying to keep the character like low level, so I don't want to like level up and change it, but that would be like the one thing I would change. So for the actual perks, traveling pharmacy is used in most builds, so yeah. Wrecking ball, it's for destroying bases, people's bases. Tank killer, I think they changed this one. I don't know if it applies to rifles still, but it just ignores armor, which is decent. And then the other one that's good is Grenader. As you can see, it just doubles your explosion radius. So I like to have explosion on like my guns. So for example, this fixer, if I could have like a good second roll, it would be bullets explode. But again, it works for things like grenades and things like that. So it is good to keep on still. And then for endurance, this is where a lot of like the tanky things come in. So Life Giver I talked about. And then Iron Stomach just gives more resistance. You're not really going to be diseased a lot if you're like PvPing. So it gives plus 80 each for, I'm pretty sure, 1 perk point. So that's pretty good. Lead Belly, I think they changed as well. I could be wrong. But I actually saw somebody talk about this. And it was basically like, if you're going to be spamming quantums and stuff, as you can see, it only gives 2 rads. So you don't really need to worry about like dying to radiation or lowering your HP. And then Thirst Quencher. So again, these are all just like really good 1 point things that give like really good just stat bonuses. So I think I looked at it earlier and it gave me a plus 100 max HP or AP, sorry, for just 1 perk point. So pretty good to run. And then Cold Nut, talked about that. And then Fireproof. So yes, okay, sorry if I'm going like really in depth in these like perks, but the thing in PvP, you don't want things like more damage resistance. As you can see, my damage resistance is not very good. It's only 300. Instead, the thing I try to focus on is like percentage resistance. So as you can see, it is minus 45% damage from explosions and flame attacks. So instead of running something that will give you like more damage resistance, you want something that gives like a percentage off, because this gives minus 50%. So that is like the main thing to focus on. Tenderizer is good for just doing more damage. First Aid is good for just healing up more. Demolition Expert's really good. Dodgy used to be really good. It used to take just like a straight percentage off. I think it was 15% that it would take damage off, but I think they just changed it. So you can switch that out if you want. Bloody Mess is just 15% extra damage. And then Class Freak is really good if you just want to spam mutations, so they don't really have like a downside. For example, Eagle Eyes, it gives minus 1 strength. It's really not noticeable if you have that. So, and that's pretty much it. Basically the summary. I'm gonna go try to fight some people so I can show it more in action. And yeah. All right, there's like 17 people at this event, so we're gonna go see what's going on. I'm gonna go into game chat too, so see if anybody's in there. Also, what's good, you see the thing, it says can only be killed by melee attacks. So we're gonna see if they accidentally hit us. Alright, this guy's attacking me. He's obviously being toxic, so we need to take him out of the game if he's gonna be toxic. Oh, this guy's red. Alright, this guy's attacking me. He's obviously not on his best behavior, so we need to take him out. Alright, this guy just attacked me too. I'm so glad we can take toxic players out of this game. Oh, this guy just attacked me for no reason as well. Oh, that guy attacked me too.
Outstanding work, moonshiners.
Where is he?
I've ever seen the town.
Oh, he's down here.
You've really outdone yourselves.
By the way, this is an in-game mechanic. I'm not glitching to do this. You can just go to the event page over here, and you can leave the event. So, yep. Oh, he almost got me. Alright, there we go. Oh, another one. Daywalker. Hey yo, Slim is attacking me again. Oh, what the heck? Hey yo, Slim, he just won't leave me alone. Big bot. Alright. Most of these guys, they're attacking me first. Like, I really did nothing to this guy. But, yeah, he's washed as well.
I can't believe my eyes.
Okay, I'm genuinely just sitting here. And they're shooting me. Who's the other guy? Yeah, this guy. See, this guy's shooting me too! Alright, I made friends with this guy. So, you know, I'd say a pretty successful event. Oh, this guy's back. But yeah, me and this guy, we're pretty chill, as you can see. So, so yeah. Oh, yikes. Let me take all your stuff too. 117, bro. That's on you, bro. He attacked me. Event was over. He attacked me. That's on you. Hey, you want all this stuff? You want all this stuff? Jump if you want it. If you can hear me, jump. If you can hear me, jump. Yeah, I'll give you all this stuff. I got 117 pounds. Hold on. Let me just kill this guy again. I'll give it to you. And he's dead again. That's a bad look. Here you go, bro. Here's all the stuff I got for you.